What's up, it's your boy Reemus, and I'm back with another video reporting on what I've learned on the journey to truth, power, knowledge. Today we're going to be talking about the fact that beauty standards aren't created consciously by people. Like, men do not set beauty standards, they simply respond to it. And if anything, society and women actually have a big part to play in setting beauty standards, because I see a lot of women complaining as if like, oh, men are just setting beauty standards, when really women are just as shallow as men when it comes to observing other women and other women's beauty. But the reason why I say men don't set beauty standards is because it's genetically imprinted. So if a man sees a certain hip to waist ratio, right, and this is what I learned in this book. It's called The Evolution of Desire. If a man, let's say he sees a certain hip-waist ratio, right, he can't help but be attracted to that. The reason why women wear waist trainers, right, they don't even know this is the reason they do it, but this is the reason you do it, ladies. The reason a woman wears a waist trainer is because by thinning the waist and improving the waist to hip ratio, you're giving a genetic indicator that you are more healthy than the alternative. So when you see women who have good hip to waist ratio, usually, well, obviously naturally, it's an indicator that she's less likely to get certain diseases. And I believe women who have a bad hip to waist ratio have a higher rate of heart disease. So a man doesn't consciously know that, but he feels it. So if he sees an ass and it looks good, just as like women know it looks good, how do you know it's good? Like, what defines it as good? It's just a bit of fat on the back, on the person's back. Like, why does it look good? The reason it looks good is because the DNA has already imprinted the instructions in us to tell us what that means. It means that the woman is fertile. She has hips that are primed for giving you healthy babies, and she's less likely to die in childbirth and all of that stuff because she's got a good waist. No one thinks this stuff. You're not thinking, does this, women have a good hip to waist ratio because if I have babies with her, it'll be healthy and all of that stuff. No one's thinking that stuff. They're only simply responding to it. Now, men today are subject to the manipulation of media that is happening. So, for example, let's say, for example, the image of the beautiful woman is put out, but it's distorted, it's photoshopped. To sell the product, the company is willing to do that because it's more likely to arouse the man. And women are more likely to go for that because competition's going up and she wants to chase that image. So that's why women are getting fake bodies now. They're just as they're just as much of an accomplice in setting beauty standards, because they're all contributing to it to compete for being the person who has the most fertile and healthy body, right? So men don't set this stuff. Actually, you could say men are the victims of this stuff. So their perception of what a woman is physically is being distorted by the image that is being chased continuously through Photoshop and surgeries. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that men go, let's decide, we're gonna be into this and that. No, that's not how it works. He simply responds, and the better images he's shown, he responds more, and he responds more, and he responds more. Women are just as responsible for this as anyone, because they're the ones that actually put that image out. But it's interesting to see how people comment on this stuff, but they don't know the scientific or psychological reason that it's even happening. They just have an opinion about it. But now that I've shared with you what I've learned from that book and what I observe, now you can have a better understanding of the dating and sexual landscape. You're not just going to be like everyone else who doesn't know why this stuff is happening. You're able to communicate it. So the next time a feminist wants to trouble you saying, well, men do this, men set beauty standards, you have the information to go back at them. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. See you in the next one.